Fredrin. Not only that, the biggest things that we are going to be seeing as well, setting the stage here a little bit for you guys, is that we're going to have to see from the Valley, they're going to have to shut down Fleur. Fleur is going to be a big problem because we are seeing a full frontal lineup by the Valley. So looking at Fleur, they're gonna have to jump in on Fleur. Fleur's gonna have to watch out for the positioning. Yue is gonna have to be there, but we're already seeing engages over this Little Wonder here, T-Rex. What's your opinion?
I mean, before we get too deep, for those that don't know, this is the first of a best of 5, the Valley, going up against Team Gosu in the first round of the top 8. Now, this is a double elimination. Some teams will drop, but we got to build some hype for this, G. Now, my opinion is I think the Valley may come in a little bit aggressive. I mean, but with the rotations of Fleur on this Pharsa, it could be a problem, right? You could possibly see some early game ganks from the side of Team Gosu, but Shark is always going to be there. Honestly, it's hard to call. Both teams have late game. Both teams have invade ability. Now, Hoon going to take a bit of damage there. Zane, though, is here. Also getting some chip damage on a Yue there. Almost kills him with that lethal counter. Not quite able to get the finish, though, G.
Yeah, and I mean, this is going to be a battle of the Titans. Again, like I was saying, it's going to be coming down to basic in general and how well they can stay and position themselves. Now, the biggest thing we are seeing, you said this in the ban pick phase, is that we're probably not going to be seeing basic one-shot a lot of people. Dealing with this Beatrix is not going to be as bad as it used to be. JC showing a lot of presence. Fleur rotating. The turtle might be going to Mobazane here, and they do pick it up. And we do see a wild charge by Yue here, T-Rex.
Yeah, Zane trying to do something. JC maybe in a bad spot. The knock up with the lethal counter. Get some nice damage. First blood going to the side of the Valley. That is a kill put in the pocket of main Hoonji.
Yeah, this is insane. One of the things that I am seeing is that I don't see anybody invading Mobazane. I don't see any pressure being put on the Valley's jungle, and I feel like that's really where they need to respond. And that could just be because the Piquito is not able to shine very well early game as a jungle. So I feel like that's where we're gonna need to see some pressure here. Looking at Chicken, looking at Hoon, they're just, you know, zoning. We got 1 kill onto the list, but I don't know if this is going to be a heavy kill game until we're reaching around that 6-minute to 8-minute mark, T-Rex.
I mean, we know that the Valley really likes to, like you said, the Valley likes to pop off of that 6-minute mark. And one of the reasons why I think it's so hard to get in on Mobazane is Shark. Shark and Hoon, man, they just hold down that river. Shark is always there, and that is one of the issues that so many teams have trying to go against Zane, though. We do have an engage, though. The nice stun from Fleur stops Zane in his tracks, and it is prolonged. Turtle now on a 42-second count. Zane possibly going for the steal here, able to take that camp. Yuki brought down to about half health. Shark decides to disengage, but we're already seeing the pressure come in, G. We're already seeing Zane, Shark, Basic, Hoon starting to kind of move into the enemy territory a bit. They're not just on their side of the river anymore.
Yeah, and this is the win condition for Gosu, is they need to get off of their side of the river, invade, show a little bit of presence, and see what they can get done here. But with Zane has been putting a lot of pressure on Team Gosu, so we'll see how it goes. The rotations are going to have to be on par, and I mean, we're already seeing, you know, like the rotations into the turtle. We might need to see Yue maybe put some presence and some vision on Super Shark to stop those, you know, those crazy angles that Super Shark can get into. And we might see a fight over the turtle here, T-Rex.
So, possible Numen on blast with the flicker, lands on several members. Zane takes the turtle. Whole altar comes out. Luckily, Gosu is able to escape that without a death, but we're already seeing the possible engages, the angles with that Numen on blast. It's something that Gosu is going to have to be careful for, right? Now, Gosu not too far behind, though. We can't give the Valley too much credit here. It's only 1,300 gold lead for the side of the Valley. I think Gosu just wants this to kind of prolong. We know how much damage the Melissa does in the end game. We know how she can just shred through teams. That paired up with the burst damage of the Pharsa and the zoning of Yue and Zero could create that piece of victory in the end game if Gosu can get there.
Yeah, and one thing I gotta point out here is that you can see that Gosu doesn't want an engage. Anytime that we see the Valley get in there, show a lot of presence, Gosu backs out. They're staying on the back foot and not allowing the Valley to engage and control the flow of the battle. They want to control the flow.
Oh, JC gets taken out from Chicken there up in the top side. Zane putting on more pressure now. Give us a little bit of a breakdown, though, on the items, G.
Yeah, looking at our items here, we are seeing Hoon picking up a little bit of the items that are just more sustainability, staying on the field and being able to be there and show presence. Not really into any killing just yet, but the biggest thing we have to watch out for is Mobazane takes down Paquito there.
And Yue does come in. Nice. Nibiru's passion to help finish off, to help secure that kill on the boss side as well. So Super Shark goes down. We also see Zero go down. 1-for-1 trade, but a jungle for a tank. I feel like that is a solid trade for the Valley. Not only that, White Chicken securing that tower on the top side, right? So the Valley starting to take advantage of the map, starting to put pressure on the side of Gosuji.
Yeah, putting the pressure, and they're just showing the Valley has so many objectives right now, T-Rex. Like, I haven't seen Gosu do too much, push the lanes in. We're gonna have to see lane clearing and control. They're kind of just playing a little bit too passive for me. I need them to be a little bit more aggressive, but I feel like what you were saying early on, they want to go into this late game. The Valley does not, and I feel like that's what they're trying to set up this battlefield for here, T-Rex, and we might see an engage.
Yeah, almost get the Shadow Stampede. Mobazane continues to work on that turtle, able to get it. Newman on blast does not connect, and Gosu decides to disengage. Wait, Fried Chicken with the knockup. Yue brought down very low, but the rest of the team is not there to help back him up. But still, more pressure. General now forced to back off, and this is another tower that's going to go down for the side of the Valley, G.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, I suspect that Gosu wants to wait to this late game, but I need to see some objective taking. I need to see some lane controlling. Again, it's only a 3-1 game right now with a sizable gold lead for the Valley. We just haven't... Oh!
On, big play into Fleur. Basic able to get the kill on a General. Fleur goes down as well. JC could be next, but forced to back off onto that tower. That's putting us at 5-2. The Valley just pushing forward, keeping up the pressure. They are causing oppression onto the side of Gosu right now, taking their jungle, taking their towers, and it just doesn't seem like there's anything Gosu can do about it. Now moving up onto this tower, JC maybe trying to make a play, but knows he doesn't want to risk it.
Yeah, and I mean, we gotta take a look here, you know, the Paquito, Yuki picking up the Paquito. I'm not sure if that was a good play, but we do see a wild charge.
Feathered Airstrike does come down. A nice kill on a Shark there. General trying to get out of there, trying to get in there, I mean. Chicken goes down. Main Hoon also taking a lot of damage. Yuki able to get away just in time, but JC wants that kill. Can't quite get it. No, they both go back and forth. It's a 2-for-1 on the map currently. Team Gosu making a slight comeback in this game.
Yeah, they're making a really good comeback advance right now here, T-Rex. And that was an insane fight. And this goes to show you that they are going to be scaling here soon. It's around that 8-minute mark. Everybody secured their second, they're possibly even to the third items here. Taking a look at them here, we do see the Farza picking up the Lightning Trench. That is going to be insane. Her damage output is going to be phenomenal, as well as the Melissa picking up the Berserker Fury and the roar by Paquito here. So let's see what they can get done. This is where Gosu is going to be putting the fight up right now here, T-Rex.
I got us. Oh, nice flicker wild charge on a Mobazane there. The wall comes out. Zane will not get away today. He's going to go down. Gosu finally coming together and getting some picks here, but they've lost a lot of material on the map. It seems like they may want to go for this Lord here. Shark and Basic coming around that tri-bush, looking for maybe a possible steal. Shark does not have the moon on blast. He can't make a big play here, and there's no retribution on the side of the Valley. Feathered Airstrike does come down. Chicken gets a knock-up onto Fleur. Fleur almost does go down, but the Lord falls into the hands of Gosu. A nice, valiant try from the Valley, but Gosu are here to stay for a little bit longer in this game.
Yeah, and that was a really good Lord take. They were able to take down Mobazane. Does look like we need a pause here, but going over Melissa. But this is the and we're looking like we're getting back into the game here. What I want to point out as well is Yuki picking up the malicious roar. You know, that is insane. The malicious roar is going to be a dominating factor here for Yuki, and we're gonna have to see the Valley turn around and build some of that physical defense, build some of the magical defense to be able to take on a lot of these heroes.
You know, it's been a pleasure looking at these items is you don't see like 3 or 4 heroes with all tank items anymore, right? Like at this point, both teams, 3 solid damage dealers. Yes, the Fermis isn't going to be like huge damage in this early phase, but still not just tanking it up. So we're starting to see kind of that roughness come back into the game recently. We're starting to see those burst heroes come back in, and the teams have to adjust. They have to be ready. Now, we're at 10.5 minutes. Lord gonna get melted down pretty fast, right? So all Gosu really did there was open back up the map. Zane, though, trying to make a play, keeping his presence. Feathered Airstrike does come down. Zane gonna be forced to back off here. Can't dive too recklessly right now, G.
No, they definitely cannot dive too recklessly. We seen in the early game, Team Gosu was on the back foot, playing as passive as they could to, you know, delay the game. Because that's one of the biggest factors that we are going to see from the Balmon. If Team Gosu can zone out, control the map, and they can keep Mobazane away from these objectives, we can see some pretty good plays here, T-Rex.
Almost a conceal play, nothing too major though, nothing too major. They did back off. Hoon may try to come back in, but at this point, Lord, it's going to be 60 seconds. We're in a bit of a stalemate right now, and both teams playing it very well. UA tried to find something with the conceal play, did not, and they didn't over-engage, which is a good thing, G.
Yeah, and there, you can see Mobazane really wants to go in here, but the whole team of Team Gosu was in that bush, ready and waiting. This is what we like to see from teams. We like to see that they're pushing back Mobazane. He's not able to scale as high, but one of the things we do have to watch out is he's level 15 already. He is looking to kill someone. He is wanting to be in that battle. He's not into the farm phase anymore. He's 4-1-1 and is going to Lord. And I want to see how Team Gosu replies, because they're going to have to zone out the Valley here, T-Rex.
Yeah, I mean, both teams definitely want to fight for it, right? Both teams trying to find their position. Now, one thing good about that Grok that we just saw, the Shadow Stamp, hold on, conceal play up at the top. This could be bad for Zane. Takes a lot of damage, but not able to get it. And they waste so much material. You lose the Feathered Airstrike, and you lose the Wild Charge. Now, the Valley may have the advantage here. JC almost getting caught off. Gets a stun, a lot of damage coming from Basic there. JC brought very, very low up at the top though. Zero securing the kill onto Zane. That is one retreat down for this Lord fight. Backdoor, wait a second, Chicken on the base. Trying to bring it down, can't quite get it though. JC comes in time, but Chicken is demolishing in the 1v1 right now. Basic also here. They're gonna need to come back. Zero wants to stay on the Lord. He wants to try to take him, but Basic on the base. Here comes the Cult Altar. Will they finish this? It's not enough. Basic goes down. Hoon forced to run. A valiant play from the Valley, but at this point, Zero should be able to take that Lord. What am I watching right now? Numenon Blast comes in. Zero able to dodge it, gets the Lord. Shark now forced to back off, but holy cow, look at their base health right now. We're down to like 20%, so close, and they didn't even lose that much from it. Basically back on the map in 12 seconds.
This is a battle of macro plays. Oh my god, they're still going.
Ooh. Zane goes down. Nice Feathered Airstrike, and this is that damage that we were talking about from Fleur there, right? This is something they need to watch out. Luckily, I mean, with the passive of the Fermis, he's back up in 3 seconds. It's insanity. It's broken. Hoon can die as much as he wants right now, and it does not phase him. But Lord is marching in. Gosu need to do something here to turn this game around.
Building up to the most anticipated game of all time here. We're seeing another ask for a pause.
Back into it. Definitely excited to see how this plays out, G.
Yeah, and I mean, of course, they're zoning out of these towers. This is the cleanup we needed to see from Team Gosu here. And they're going to be probably targeting a lot of these main inhibitors, maybe attempting to try to get a crack into the main base here. The Lord is barreling down onto that tower, but it does not look like they get the crack. The Valley's able to defend valiantly here, and it's going to be coming down to the next Lord play.
You ain't Shark the respect. Both of them just standing next to each other there. But another tower does go down. Feathered Airstrike comes out, putting a lot of damage on us. Onto Chicken there. JC trying to come in. They only get the tower to about half health. But we're seeing the pressure of that Feathered Airstrike. Farza is back, baby. I mean, the damage is there. And just like that, you're able to do so much. Zero now getting a little bit of poke damage, but that is going to be a threat. They need to get someone in there, which it's kind of been Chicken's job to target down Fleur, but if he can't get to that, there's not going to be any way they can take these fights while Feathered Airstrike is up.
You know, one of the things I do want to say is that I really haven't seen a huge presence by Super Shark. I haven't seen in the end of this 8 minute up to the 15-minute mark right now. I haven't seen the ability to get a lot of those Numeon Blasts to connect onto a full team. They're spreading out. Team Gosu is baiting out a lot of the Valley's utilities, and when they do, they retreat properly. We're already seeing them now control vision on the map. They are controlling the river around the Lord while trying to push some of these lanes, but be careful. Chicken is smelling the base blood right now. He is just kind of holding the side angle, and we can see it right now. Mobazane and Chicken getting into that angle to maybe take the base and then to a back door again.
I mean, they're definitely macroing. They're definitely trying, but JC is there. Both teams just playing smart right now, right? We're in this slow time, 16.5 minutes. We got 5 seconds until Lord. Both teams, it's like, we don't want to fight now. We're going to wait for this Lord. We're going to jock for position, and we're going to do this the right way. We're not going to force anything. Both of our EXP laners macroing right now, controlling the waves, keeping things at a steady pace. Now, Lord is up. Zero starting to work on a little bit. Shark keeping vision right now. We are seeing JC decide, like, look at him with the back and forth in the minimap, like, do I go back up, do I come back down? I gotta go clear this wave real fast. So we know the pressure from Fried Chicken is there, and at this point Fried Chicken has the rotation over him. He can come down when he wants to. We just need to wait to see how the Valley are gonna move in onto this Lord here. Keep our eyes on Shark, and Basic down in that tri-bush, waiting for the steal from the backside. Fleur brings out the Feathered Airstrike, trying to keep Zane at bay. I think they feel as long as they can keep this Retribution away, they have the opportunity for something here. Lord still up, down to about 50% health. Zero kind of back and forth. Lord does get reset, G. I mean, we are definitely both teams taking it very slow right now.
Yeah, this is what I like to say. You know, this is our good old NA wait and bait, but we do see a conceal play. They really want to get that Shark out of the water, pushing him out of the river, and we're gonna see maybe another Lord take here. They're just going back and forth. Neither team wants to fully commit on the Lord just because of the presence in that top lane. It is just a battle of attrition up there, and then Chicken having to go back. So now we're going back to the laning phase, and both teams are kind of just on the back foot. No one wants to be that first one to engage to get the Lord down half.
There's your engage though. General gets one-shotted down off the count. The Valley gonna try to capitalize on this play. Shark does have the first skill stun ready to go. Fleur lost that Feathered Airstrike, and now the Valley has the advantage. Not only that, but Fried Chicken up in the top lane once again, macroing Shark. Basic Hoon gonna let Zane work on this Lord while they try to zone. JC and Zero want to find something. A nice stun onto Yuki there. He's forced to back off, and with Fried Chicken on the tower, Gosu has to fall back. You can have this Lord, but we're not going to let you take our base. A nice knock-up. Down goes Fried Chicken. So it's a 1-for-1 trade, but the Lord goes to the side of the Valley here.
Yeah, the Lord does go to the side of the Valley, but I also believe the Valley has the biggest push availability in the game right now with that Ferromies, the Cult Altar. So this is where we're going to have to see the defense come from Team Gosu. They already have their base cracked open. The lanes are more into the advantage of the Valley here. So I don't know. Can Team Gosu defend this T-Rex?
I mean, General just picked up the Malefic Roar, right? So we're going to see a bit more damage from that Melissa on him. Watch Zero here, though, looking for the play. Shark knows he's there. He smells something in that bush. He's like, nope, you're not getting me. The Lord is now coming. General could possibly melt down this Lord pretty fast. This may not be the end as long as there's no huge mistakes made. But Zane and Shark going to start working on this top side. We do have a Numenon Blast ready to fire, create space, just as we've seen Fleur do on the opposite side of the team. But Fleur brings out the Feathered Airstrike. Basic takes a lot of damage. forced to back off. No way to heal. He may have to go back to base, and Lord is gone. Off counter does come out. Yue gets the wild charge. JC and Zero looking for something. Hoon brought down very low. Gets that Shadow Stampede. A nice Zero blast onto several members, but there's nothing that can happen. Fried Chicken very low, but they get the kill onto Zero. Fried Chicken forced to back off here now along with Shark, but JC wants to find something. Can't quite do it, but Zane does. The feathered airstrike comes down, but it connects to nothing. 5 members still up. 4 down on Gosu. Yue may be next. This could be it. Game 1 could go here. The death counter is just too high, and the Valley is locked on the base. That is it for Game 1. The Valley takes it in the best of 5.
Wow. GG's. That was a great game.